who's heard of the Mandela effect? By a show of hands.
A little bit.
Okay, not many. Well, this is going to blow you. You know it because you were at the last meeting. Although I've been a little bit more prepared this time, to be honest with you. The Mandela effect. Now, I don't know what it is. I know what the theory is. And the theory is that at CERN over in Switzerland, where they have that large hadron collider, they've been smashing particles together, and somehow other alternate realities have merged into ours. Now, I know that sounds crazy, except I know it's real. I'll start off with, right, has anyone seen Snow White? Right. I want you to say this back to me, so I can tell what you're saying, hear what you're saying. What does the Queen say into the mirror? Okay, are yours? Is anyone thinking any different? So you're all saying it says mirror, mirror on the wall, yeah? You're wrong. It used to say mirror, mirror on the wall. When I watched it as a kid, it said mirror, mirror on the wall. But if you've got an original video, DVD, whatever, go and check it now. It now says magic mirror on the wall. Go and check it. When I first heard about this, I went down and I looked for these videos, and I didn't have them, so I went down and looked into it, and it has changed, and I was like, no way. No way can that be real. JFK. You all know JFK? He was murdered by, amongst others, Bush Senior. How many people were in the car, including JFK? What? Okay, 3, 2, 4, 6. Right. So why is someone saying different answers, different numbers here?
6.
I recall there being 4. JFK, his wife, the driver, and the bodyguard. Calm down. If you remember it different, you're not wrong. This isn't a right or wrong game. If you remember it differently, that's how it was in your reality. We are from, I know this sounds crazy, we are from different realities that have mixed and things have changed. I remember there being 4. If you look it up on the internet, again, it's called the Mandela effect because many people remember Nelson Mandela dying in the 90s. And they were shocked when he died in 2013 because they thought he was already dead. Now, I don't remember that, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. There's a museum in America which has a replica of JFK's car. You can find it on the internet, and it's got the 4 seats. However, in this reality, there were 6 people in the car. There was the Vice President and his wife sat behind the driver, and JFK and his wife were further behind them. Now this totally destroys one of the theories of who shot JFK, because one of the theories was that the driver turned around and shot him. Well, if you've got the Vice President and his missus here, JFK and his missus here, they would have seen that and it couldn't happen. Some of the stuff in this reality suggests that Jackie Onassis killed him. And if you look at the latest stuff that's come out, because it's changed, it's definitely changed, there's definitely 6 people in the car, even though in that museum in America it's a 4-seater car. There's some footage which seems to have a gun in one of Jackie's hands. I haven't seen the gun. What I did see was it seemed to blood splatter up. Now, it's always gone backwards before, but now it seems to go up. There's a splatter of blood that goes up. And the Vice President, as he was then, was actually did a recording where he said, and I couldn't believe what she'd done, talking about Jackie Onassis. Now, I don't know if this is... I just remember 4, and apparently now there were 6 people in the car. Now, you're probably thinking, this guy's a loony. I thought it myself many a time, and I was right most of the time. Ford. Remember the Ford car? Remember what the sign is? A blue sort of circle, yeah? With Ford written in it. Yeah? There's no audience participation. I need some yes. I thank you for my suckers. Does anyone remember it's just being F-O-R-D? It's not like that anymore. It's now F, and the bottom line has a pigtail. Now my brother's got a Ford, and he swears blind. When he got it, it never had that on it. I did a video, when I put this video out, I'll put any pictures I can find of how the Ford logo was and how it is now, so you can compare them. I'll put them into the video. He swears blind, he never had it when he bought it. The VW badge. Does everyone remember the VW badge? It's quite simple, everyone's seen it. Yeah? It's like that, isn't it? So it's 2 V's actually crossed to make 3 V's. And the reason I know this is about 2013, I was doing a thing, I never actually put it out, but I did go and check it out actually, about the badges of cars, because they all connected to things. It's like Peugeot, the lion, well that's the sun, and we know that the Illuminati and all that sun worship. I love the sun, the sun's great, keeps me warm. There's also pyramids in there. If you think about the BMW, look at the sign, it's like you're looking down on a pyramid. You'll have to use some mind to see this, but it does look like that. Citroen is 2 pyramids. Shogun, Mitsubishi is
3 diamonds.
In the foot, and if you draw them up, it's a pyramid. It goes on and on. But as I digress, as I often do, VW. 2 V's cross to make 3. The reason I recall this, I was explaining it in the video that what it actually means is when you cross them 2 V's and actually make 3 V's, V in, I believe it's Hebrew, is 6, so that actually meant 666. Except it's not like that in this reality. There's a space between the V and the W. So it's not 2 V's crossed to make 3 V's, it's now a V with a space and a W. I was fortunate that I recorded doing a video which I actually put out there. It's called The Mandela Effect and the VW Badge. And I'll show you what the badge apparently has always been like since its inception in the 1930s. It's always had that gap in this reality. And I was doing this video, well, I was doing a video with a friend, and the traffic warden, because we have some fun with traffic wardens from time to time, walks by, and I'm filming and going by, and it's a VW. And I looked at it, and it was a 2010 VW, the number plate's in the video, and it was 2 V's crossed to make 3. What I also got me on that subject was I was watching Ceylon's Lot, the vampire film from the 80s maybe, but it was remade in 2004. And I was watching that, and about 2 hours in, or 2 hours 20 in, something like that, getting to near the end, they get into a VW Golf. And the badge is how I remember it. Not with the gap, but joined. And it's still in that video to this day. The video, now this part will really do me noodling. When I was talking about the VW, and I did that on camera, and was explaining it's 2 V's crossed to make 3, I went and found that video, and that has now got a line in it. So why would I be saying it's 2 V's crossed to make 3? It's clearly got a line in it. So it changed at some point, but there are still remnants. Now there's an American sitcom, it was, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kim Cattrall. Does anyone remember the name? Does anyone remember it? Sex in the City. Oh, someone remembers it different. She's from this reality. I remember it, and if you go, again, don't believe it, don't believe what I'm saying, go and check it out, because people are writing about this stuff, putting videos about this stuff all over the world. And in some of the shows, you get Oscars and Grammys or Emmys or whatever they are, well, they got some. And the presenter says, and here the best woman is Sarah Jessica Parker for Sex in the City. Sex in the City. In this reality, it's always been called Sex and the city. Check it out. Once you start looking into this stuff, it will get hold of you, because you will think, what the hell is going on? Right, I've got some new ones as well for you two. Forrest Gump, the famous line in Forrest Gump. Who remembers it? Right, can someone say it again now, but just one?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Is that how you recall it? It's not that. It's life was like a box of chocolates. That it's get Forrest Gump. It's about 3 minutes into the film from the start, where he sat on the bench, and he now, and apparently always has, in this reality, says life was like a box of chocolates.
Yes, his grandma was the one that said it.
Yes. And the actor who played it, Tom Hanks, was over with the chubby English actor recently. They were doing a quick retake of some of his films, and he said, life is like a box of chocolates. So he recalls it as life is like a box of chocolates, although it's never been that. Star Wars. Any Star Wars fans in? No one likes Star Wars because no one's put down. This is supposed to be interactive. Oh, there is some at last. Right, well, you'll know then. What is the famous line in the second one, Return of the Jedi, where Darth Vader chops off Luke's hand?
That's the Empire Strikes Back.
Say?
That's the Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, well, that one then. What's the line?
Move to I am your father.
Correct! That's exactly how I recall it. It's not like that now. It's never been like that. It's now, no, I am your father. Now, for all the Star Wars fans, I've got another one. C-3PO. Do you all remember him? He was the robot that waddled around as a bloke, but not the little R2-D2. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. It was all gold, but now apparently he's got a silver half-bottom right leg. However, if you look at some of the bloopers that are on YouTube, you can see him with a full gold body. But now, apparently he's always had a silver leg. Now there's a film with Tom Hanks, right? Where he plays a vampire. What is it called?
Tom Hanks.
Not Tom Hanks.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. What's it called? So it's Interview with a Vampire? No, it's not. It's Interview with the Vampire. Interview with the Vampire. Even though the actual woman that wrote the book is talking about it, she says Interview with a Vampire. The young ones, who watched the young ones? How many people lived in the house?
5.
We've got 2 answers. One says 4, one says 5. Who's right? You both are. The 4 were the hippie. Go on then. Okay, yeah, so that's 4. Who's the 5th then? Anyone else remember a 5th member in the young ones that was in the house? No, he didn't live in the house. These were the 5 that lived in the house.
Talking to the beans.
No.
There wasn't another body in there, but you only saw it on certain clips. An extra, like an extra.
What did the body look like?
I can't remember. It's just really, really big.
Well, apparently,
Because I've looked into it, I know about it.
apparently, yeah, there is a 5th, and it's a woman with dark hair. She looks like Cousin It. She never says anything, but she's in the house, and a lot of the footage from the young ones. Now, I never watched it, to be fair. I watched the other one, but someone over there watched it all, and she says that no way there's that in there. Now we're going to go to something really that's going to really do you a little bit here. You've all seen The Wizard of Oz, haven't you? You know where they go to get the Wicked Witch? What do they carry? What are they carrying with them? What's the straw man? Is the straw man carrying anything? Okay. What about the Tin Man? Is he carrying anything? An axe, okay. Okay. What about the Lion? Is he carrying anything? What's he carrying? Right. The straw man is now carrying a gun. The tin man is carrying an axe and a big wrench. And the lion is now carrying a big butterfly net.
And a mallet.
Oh, and a mallet. A mallet. Now, I've seen that film loads of times. It was on recently, a couple of weeks back, and that's in there. The mallet, the net, the wrench. I remember the chopper, but the straw man with the gun that he couldn't even use because his fingers are too big. That's in The Wizard of Oz now. And apparently it's always been like that. Right. There was a book which was made into a film which Gene Wilder played the starring role of in the 70s. It was remade in 2005 and Johnny Depp played the role in that. Does anyone know what that film is? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Yeah. The one with Johnny Depp in. Obviously you remake a film, you call it the same name, called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The original film with Gene Wilder, which was way better, by the way, apparently it's always been called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Even though the book's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Go and check it out yourself. Go on internetmoviedatabase.com, put up Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Gene Wilder and you'll find it pops up. He was the main star in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Any questions on that?
What's your logical explanation to it?
It defies logic, doesn't it? I mean, things that have changed that we can see footage of what, in fact, in this, I'll come to you in a second, in the second series of Top Gear, they have a VW on there, and that VW is the badge the way I remember it. And what the suggestion is that this is where the different realities are mixed and parts have been left in. It's like I can't explain why in one of my videos the VW badge is the way I remember it, and in the one where I'm talking about it and explaining about it, it's got the gap in. Apart from the fact that the one where I catch it and it's how I recall it, it wasn't focusing on the car as much as it was focusing on the traffic warden. Whereas when I was talking about the actual badge, it was focusing fully on the badge. And they're saying this is stuff that sort of bleeds in, that they've not been able to change. But check it out yourself, the Mandela effect. If I actually, I've got the Kirsty.
Yeah, I'm just a bit confused, right? So, are you saying that if something's like happened in the past that actually gets changed?
No.
I'm just a bit confused. Is it to do with how people remember it?
No. That's what they want you to believe. Oh, it's a false memory. You just made it. Millions of people all over the world can't have false memories. What?
So it was one thing and then changed into another?
Yes.
To trick us?
Now, when you're going somewhere, say when I was coming here today, and I went, should I go right or should I go left? And I go right. Well, the suggestion in quantum is that because I've gone right, somebody in a different reality, multiple different realities, went left and they had a different experience to me. Now, we both got to the same place, but they had a different experience than I did. Yeah, every possibility. Now, I'm no expert, but I know things have changed. And if it hasn't changed for you, you're not wrong. That's how it's been for you. There is no right and wrong in this. Whichever way you recall things, that's how it is for you. But I do suggest if you do go on YouTube and start looking at this stuff, you will spend days looking at it and say, no, I'll just give you one more, which I did. Who remembers, well, I say remembers, it's still going now, Febreze?
Yeah.
How's it spelled?
Got like 3 E's in it,
That's exactly how I remember it. It's only got 1 E in it now. Go in the shops, it's only got 1 E in it.
Did it used to have 3?
No, not in this reality. In my reality it did. In this reality, it's always only had 1 E in it.
Do you remember the James Bond film where George thinks
The T, yeah.
I just wondered if anybody else, because that freaked me out.
The James Bond where Jaws and he meets the young Austrian girl and she's got braces.
Moonraker.
If that's what it was. She hasn't got braces anymore.
Okay, so you've got that.
Hang on, I want the one at the back? The one that's chatting now and just in the last one.
Yeah, I was just going to say, can it not be just that, obviously we're all little then, so we remember certain details. If you're watching The Wizard of Oz, you're only going to remember certain details.
I've watched it many times, many times,
You're
but
not going to remember him wielding an axe, but from a branding perspective,
My mum watched
they're
it.
just subtle changes that they're not photographs people remember it.
hang on, I'll just get a...
Nearly done for the first part.
I would say, yeah, of course, it must be a false memory, except there's evidence out there.
No, I'm not saying it's a false memory. I'm saying that we was fixated on something else when we was little. We saw The Wizard of Oz as a really lovely film that we'd be dancing in the living room to telly to the Yellow Brick Road song. We wouldn't be bothered about what the.
Well, what about the VW badge?
Because it's a subtle change in branding.
What about the VW badge?
It's a subtle change in branding.
What about the Ford badge? Because if you go back and check in history, because that's the first thing I did, I thought, oh, they must have changed the logo. Now the first thing I realised is if you've got a logo, you don't change it. It's famous for being that.
No, they do change it. I went to companies.
Well, I checked the VW badge, and when it was first formed in 1930s, it's always had that gap between the V and the W in it. And yet I've got video footage of it the way I recall it, with two V's crossed to make threes. No?
But models as well have different badges on.
Kirsty again.
My mind's gone blank.
Now the problem with this, the Mandela effect, is you do start to blame everything on it. You blame everything on it.
What do you think the effects of this will be, if any, and the impact on humanity, this Mandela effect? Have they done it are they purposely leading to something, gaslighting us all, like that?
I couldn't really say.
Because it is psychological gaslighting, you know, what they've done.
There is the other theory that what they have been doing is they have been travelling back in time and changing subtle things from the very beginning. Now that's a possibility, but why do we have evidence of it being the way that we recall it? And again, it doesn't matter which way you recall it. Whether you recall The Wizard of Oz with a gun and a spanner and a butterfly net, or you recall it how I recall it without the net, without the gun, without the spanner, you're both right. It's just that that's the reality you are from.
So what's the sense of the purpose?
I have no idea, but it's certainly causing a lot of confusion.
Yes.
Or is that the purpose of it, to cause confusion?
It could be, but it seems a lot of work if that is the case. And in fact, there's a picture of a video of CERN where some of the scientists are there, and one of the guys sat in a chair with a beard similar to yours, and he's got two signs, and one of them says Mandela. And it's called the Mandela effect. So was he trying to tell us that they knew they'd somehow mixed realities or not? I don't know.
So my reality remembers The Wizard of Oz with nothing. Her reality remembers it with the axe and the gun and whatever, and we're both sat watching it. What do we see?
Okay, just a second. You're not going to like this, because that means that you two are from a different reality.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But what would we see if we're both sat in the same...
Well, you'll both see now as it is now.
But then surely one of us would be wrong, because we wouldn't...
There's no right or wrong. I know it sounds strange, you're with your missus and she's from a different reality, but, yeah, maybe not so strange. But at the end of the day, if what I suggest, and not just me, but millions all over the planet are saying that I don't recall it like that, I recall it like this, we can't all be wrong. And there's literal evidence of it being the way it is and the way it was. Now, I know you think that, I mean, she says that I'm from a different reality because my favourite song isn't my favourite song anymore. Well, maybe I just never told her what my favourite song was. But she claims I did, but that's irrelevant. There is no right and wrong. You've just got to go have a look. I mean, the Febreze, it's something very simple that they'll have you going, no way. Go and check it up on YouTube, just Google Mandela effect, and the first recorded report was from 2010. And that was when a woman realised that Mandela was still alive, yet she remembered him dying in the 90s. Now, as I said, there's no right or wrong, it's just the way it is. You can't change things back. Maybe you can, I don't know. But does that mean we all go back to different realities? And what's happened in the other realities? I don't know. I just know it's odd. And the more you look into it, the more you question things. Any other questions on that? And then we will have a break.
Have a break? That was awesome.
Okay, it's break time then. Cheers.
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.